All right. This is a different format. I don't like this. I hate that I have to do it this way. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So, guess I'll let a few people come in. Won't be on too long. Maybe like 20 minutes. Big news though. Big news nonetheless. Hold on. Let me plug this. There we go. Beautiful. Gotta charge my phone. Yeah, so hopefully everyone can hear me okay. Whenever you're watching this video, whenever you're seeing this video, or any of the people that's joining right now. But let me go ahead and bring some stuff to your attention. I know you've heard already. So the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm not home, by the way. So if this is your first time on this channel, you probably think like, oh my God, this is terrible. No, like literally I'm usually at home. I'm out of town though. So Spurs have traded Devonte Graham. I think some people got it wrong. I saw some people say we traded Devonte Graham and got a second round pick. I don't think that was the case. The Spurs actually gave up a second round pick. As you know, we got like 50 million of them. And the reason being is because we just wanted to get them off our books. I don't know. I guess we also wanted to get them paid. But we didn't. Yeah, we didn't want to. We didn't want to pay the extra like 2 million or something. No. Thought this was Sohan. Is it Sohan? So yeah. So that's actually a really big deal. And let me know. Make sure. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Just trying to make sure before we talk about some other stuff. Chad, I need y'all to do better, okay? Yes? Okay, cool. I also have like this little mini sword that's like hitting again, so I'm sorry if you hear like rattling. I'm a big nerd. Okay, cool. So he's off the books. We already knew that though. I mean, even when they talked to Brian Wright in the press conference, when they said you're pushing back his contract, do we have anything on that? And he was like, no, we don't. The way he said it, how quickly he said it, it was pretty obvious Devonte Graham wouldn't be there. And then the addition of Chris Paul, there's really no point in having Devonte Graham be there. Like, that's a major upgrade. But hey, nonetheless, Spurs did a good job of just clearing out that space. I guess he didn't really have anything on the market, and I'm sure they were trying to wait and see if anybody would give you anything. But no, we actually gave up Graham and a second round pick. So there's that. Okay, that's good. That's good news. Now, as far as the DeMar DeRozan situation, we're going to do a sign and trade. So, like just the other day, we were talking about how the Spurs are interested in DeMar DeRozan, and it made no sense to me. It made no sense to anyone in the comments. I was actually shocked that no one in the comments. You said 4? We didn't get anything for Graham. We didn't get anything. Now, as far as yeah. So that's what I'm getting to. So I'm gonna have to get off in not too long. But as far as trading DeMar DeRozan, we actually don't know exactly what it is yet. All we know is that DeMar DeRozan is currently with the Kings, so he will be going to the Kings, and to facilitate the trade, the San Antonio Spurs got in the middle of it. What I'm hoping for, and what we're hearing, is it could be Harrison Barnes. That would be a good one. So we could be grabbing Harrison Barnes to go ahead and fill in that small forward spot, or if you wanted to grab him and then try to trade over to the Jazz. But I don't know how that Lowry thing is going at this point. So more than likely, that's what it's looking like, Harrison Barnes. And what I'm hoping for, somebody mentioned in the chat, what I'm hoping for is, yes, taking those protections off of that Bulls pick. That would be wild. If they could do that, that would be wild. I mean, you could try to get a pick from the Kings if you want, but I would love to take those protections off. I'll take Herter. That's fine too. But yeah, me personally, I think Harrison Barnes will be, if the Spurs are thinking right now, placeholder, a position we need, it's Harrison Barnes. And then at that point, you will figure out what you want to do as far as what's his name is concerned. Keldon. Taking Spurs to win finals. Okay, calm down. How is bro reading chat? It ain't that hard. But yeah, so that's what's going on right now. That's all the news we have, I think. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else. And the whole, yeah, like I was saying, the whole DeMar DeRozan thing, man, I had no doubt in my mind that it was probably going to be a sign and trade. I did not see the Spurs taking DeRozan. I don't see how that would work at all. How was your day? It's going pretty good. But yeah, I didn't see how that would be a thing at all. That seemed like a really terrible idea, right? Give me Herder to spread the court. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, if Barnes going to the Spurs is probably our best bet, but it's whatever. You think we'll waive him? Okay. It doesn't. It's so funny because, like, regardless of what we do, it doesn't really matter a ton. Like, any pick that the Spurs, or any player that the Spurs pick up right now, they're going to want a short-term deal, right? And then they're going to reevaluate. But any piece that the Spurs grab right now could also be, like, later assets. Barnes has 2 years left still. Okay. Yeah. But anyways, who's taking care of your cat? She just traveled with me. She just traveled with me. If it's just like a day, then it's fine. Like she usually does pretty fine. She don't get too much anxiety or anything. But no, she usually just travel with me if it's more than like, you know, a day or 2. Who was the trade? Right now we're just kind of waiting it out. I'm wondering if anything will pop off like while we're recording or while we're live streaming right now. But as it stands right now, that's all we know. That's all we know. But I'm cool with it. I think that's like a really great deal. The Spurs have been really smart. And this is not the best free agency in the world, okay? So it's not like we're sitting back and like we have all these different options and, you know, so many different things we can do. Not necessarily. Even with the amount of cap space we have, it's just not a lot of free agents available that you would even be interested in. Even Lowry, how we're interested in him, I mean, the Jazz are just like playing around. Like, I don't know what they're doing, you know? It's like they're saying that they're hearing people out, but then it's like, well, are you though? I mean, stuff coming out that is a 10% chance that you may or may not. Like, what are y'all doing exactly? You know? Like, what are you doing exactly? Dang annoying. He is. I don't understand what they're doing. I mean, if you're gonna keep him, then keep him. But like, what is this 10% chance he might get moved? And you know, we're hearing out these, like, just having these teams battle it out, and nothing's good enough. And this is his last. That's another thing too. That he's on an expiring contract. So it's not like you can wait till next free agency. It's weird. Yeah. Who do you think Lowry finna go? I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, that French team. See, that's what I was talking about. Like, if you watch that French, which don't get me wrong, okay, the French team, they're going against NBA talent, okay, so I'm not going to, like, disrespect it there, because I know some people were disrespecting Sohan, like, saying, oh, you know, yeah, of course he can do this, you know, overseas. And it's like, no, he's going against NBA talent now. there's some NBA talent that he's facing off against. But anyways, all I was trying to say was that French team, I love the way that they're passing the ball. I love the high basketball IQ, and that's really what it's going to come down to, right? More than anything. Oh, some other news. I forgot about this. I don't know if anyone really cared, but Nunez is draft and stash, which that's what I assume he will be anyways. I know some chatters were like, oh, he's really going to learn from Chris Paul as well. Like when I did that video on the Spurs Invasion channel, I saw some people say that, like, oh, well, you forgot about Nunez. And I was thinking, I was like, I don't think he'll be here this year. But yeah, we need a small forward. We definitely need a small forward. We really need a small forward. Just like right now isn't the time for like the Spurs to win, like go into the playoffs and go deep into the playoffs and win a championship. Like we're not there. We're not there. I don't think it matters what the San Antonio Spurs do at this point. I don't think we'll be there. But at the end of the day, you still need a basketball team, right? And in order for this team to grow, you're going to need like competent pieces out there. So while I don't think Chris Paul brings us over the edge by any means, I do think that he'll help with the development, which I know that that's a term that's getting tossed around, or it gets tossed around a lot, and people get tired of hearing it, but it is what it is, you know? Maybe we can get Kessler. Dude, I wonder what Kessler will even be worth. I saw that thrown around too. I don't think that was a report or anything. I think that was just like fans wanting that. I haven't heard anything about the Spurs being interested in Kessler. What about Brandon Ingram? I know that the Spurs, I'm pretty sure the Spurs sent something out on Brandon Ingram. As far as how serious they were, or like if it's hot pursuit, I don't know about all of that. I don't know about all of that. But I do know that they were interested in him. But if you get Harrison Barnes and you're not looking to trade him again, that's off. That's off the table. Yeah, I've been wanting Barnes for a while. Now Harrison Barnes isn't who he like used to be. He isn't who he was when I actually really wanted him. But I think Harrison Barnes would be a really good pickup. It's a nice veteran pickup. Unfortunately, we don't. I mean, well, that's not true. I was gonna say we don't have anybody that could potentially be a starting small forward. I guess Harrison Ingram could potentially, but Kevin Porter, should we go for him? I'm cool with that. Look, this is the thing, guys. Money got to go somewhere. You know, you got some open roster spots. The money got to go somewhere. So Barnes, a washed up Tyreek Evans. Doesn't really matter, man. But yeah, you gotta fill in those roster spots, and you wanna fill those roster spots up with competent players. And the reason being is because even if you have them for a short term, you can trade them at the trade deadline, you know, and get even more. So you want them to perform well. We shouldn't just put anybody out there. But this ain't the year. This ain't necessarily the year to compete. Tyreek Evans is a watch. Tyreek Evans. Porter, the parlay killer. I never had him on my parlay, so I wouldn't know. Do you think we will let go of Bassey? Yes. That's a really good question too. Yeah, I'm assuming Bassey would be gone. I think that would help. If you look at the numbers, I'm pretty sure that would help even it out, make it work. But yeah, I think Bassey would be gone, which he kind of should be, guys. Like, He kind of should be. We need an actual backup center, you know. Bessie's hurt way too often, unfortunately. Wemby still needs to put on 20 pounds of muscle. Well, it looks like he's gotten stronger, but I mean, also adding 20 pounds of muscle is really hard to do. Like, even for an athlete, that's a lot of pounds. 20 pounds of muscle is a lot of pounds. He's way stronger now. Yeah, he looks stronger. And keep in mind, he was never like, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but he was never like Chet Holmgren fragile. Like, Chet Holmgren doesn't have a lot of strength. Wemby was never that. Like, he could be pushed by some of the bigger guys, and I mean, sometimes it doesn't matter. Like, he had a lot of trouble with Şengün, but I think the reason why we had a lot of problem with him is because when we got in foul trouble that game. But that was a player that definitely was kind of like moving him around a little bit in that last showing. Yeah, Barnes is a good pickup if we can do that. Said, what do you drive? Kia GT line. So it's basically a full trim. Castle looks great. Yeah, it should be pretty exciting. So let me tell you guys this, all right? So I am gonna get off. I'm sure something else will happen, and if something else goes down, we'll jump back on and we'll talk for a little bit. But as it stands right now, I'm gonna hop off. I think Castle hopefully he has a good game. I want to see that shooting that everybody's been talking about. So that'll be fun. We'll probably stick Collins at backup center. I mean, we kind of have no choice but to. When he's like 7'5" now. That's what people say. I wish he'd stop. He's good now. Stay safe, man. All right, I will. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. How do you even end this? I'm trying to say bye, but I don't even know how to end it. Like, there's literally not a button on this screen to end anything, unless it's this. There we go. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.